Welcome to Spoken English, English Conversations on Neuroscience, Learn English. Honestly, this video is extremely important because it has the capacity of enriching my viewers, both especially their English language competencies, and they are going to really have access to some knowledge of neuroscience, especially educational neuroscience. The reason is this, that in the course of this video, I'm going to be revealing to my viewers phrases, English phrases, okay, English sentences, English grammar, English punctuation marks, how to really to insert punctuation, okay, in sentences, okay, vocabulary words and others. Then another advantage of this video is that you're going to really learn what I call the neuroscience of recall, or the neuroscience of having maybe good grades in school. So please get your pens and paper. This video is extremely profound. It is information packed. It is my desire that you listen to this video, you save it, and you share it with your friends and family. So please come along with me while I take you straight to the whiteboard so that I can do a kind of the readings of each of the neuroscience words or sentences, and I'm going to really explain the themes in each of these sentences as the themes relate to neuroscience. The tool that I'm going to be using to really explain the neuroscience basics, okay, has to do with English language. So it's a combination of two things. You're going to really improve your English language proficiency or fluency, and your brain will be transformed because of the neuroscience tips that I'm going to be sharing with my viewers. So please, can you come along? So spoken English, yes, then how to recall, okay, and pass. How to recall and pass. One of the challenges that most students have in the education system has to do with the fact that they find it very difficult to retrieve or to recall information, what I call the semantic information and data. So this video is to give viewers little or bits of insights on how students, okay, recall information, especially maybe during homework, during assignment or classwork, during tests or examination. So the first one is, do not forget this. The first one is, every student should read daily. I've been stressing this in my trainings, in my lectures, that it is important that students learn daily. It is what I call DHL, that a student who learns daily, that the brain of that student stores in every new information that the student acquires in the process of learning. So if you look at the sentence, every must go with a what? A singular subject. So it is every student. You cannot say every student. So the second one is, when reading or learning, the brain is what? Storing information. That whenever an individual, whenever a pupil or a student is learning, that the brain is storing information, and there is an organ that is responsible for that. We are going to really come to that now. Then the cells or neurons that support learning and education are referred to as concept neurons. In the field of neuroscience or educational neuroscience, there are some cells. These cells are basically they are located in the brain, though they are dispersed, or they are actually dispersed throughout the nervous system, but they are predominantly stationed, okay, in the brain. In the brain, we have about 86 to 100 billion neurons. So those neurons that are dedicated to learning, to education, are referred to as concept neurons. Then the fourth one is the concept, okay, the concept and academic neurons. So I have decided to expand the idea of concept neurons to put academic into it. That's why I call it concept and academic neurons, or CAN, C-A-N. Okay, is a the concept and academic neurons, okay, okay, in the brain, in the student brain. Okay. Okay, the concept on academic neurons in the student's brain, the concept and academic neurons, okay, in the student's brain become active when he or she is in school or at home reading. So please do not forget, we have motor neurons, we have place neurons, okay, we have pyramidal neurons, okay, we have Purkinje neurons, etc. But those neurons that are dedicated to learning, to reading, to studying, to mathematics, to physics, to English, to literature, they are referred to as concept and academic neurons. So these neurons are the ones that are active whenever a student gets to school. Whenever a pupil enters the class, these neurons, they do what? They become active. So please come along while I take you on this English cool neuroscience video. Then the next thing is this, that the prefrontal cortex is the seat of intelligence in the brain. Okay, the prefrontal cortex is a unit of the frontal cortex. This is our frontal cortex. Let me show them to you here. I have some images that I think are essential for me to really, yes. If you look at this, this is an image of the brain. This is what the frontal cortex. So this tiny aspect is referred to as the prefrontal cortex. Is that taking the prefrontal cortex? Then the next one, okay, this is an image of what? Of a neuron. Okay, these are neurons that cells in the brain. Like I said, we have about 86 to 100 billion neurons. So the prefrontal cortex is active when a student is in the exam hall. Do not forget the prefrontal cortex is active. But it is not only the prefrontal cortex. There are other organs of the brain that become active at that moment. Then the next one is the hippocampus helps in encoding short-term memories and others. The hippocampus is that organ. It is like a it looks like a seahorse. It is that organ in the brain that encodes short-term memory in the learning or educational environment. Then the next one is the hippocampus, the prefrontal cortex, working memory. Working memory is also referred to as the short-term memory. It is that memory that it actually connects with the long-term memory. And whenever we want to remember 2 plus 2, okay, it is short-term memory goes to the long-term memory in conjunction with the hippocampus, and we're able to do what? To recall such information. Then, okay, a long-term memory, etc. all work together to help students retrieve, information, okay, to help students retrieve information during exams, tests, etc. Excuse me. Then finally, when trying to retrieve information, the following happens in the brain. When a student is trying to retrieve an information in the education system, these are the things that happen in the brain. The first thing is this: action potential. Okay, that's those cells, those concepts and activity, they begin to fire. Then there's something called burst firing, okay, of can. They start to fire, okay, at a very high level. Then we have different types of brain waves. We have the gamma, delta, theta waves, alpha waves, beta waves, and others. But this gamma and alpha waves are also involved in retrieval of information. Then brain synchronicity occurs among all the brain areas. So the ability to retrieve information, okay, involves so many brain areas, what I call the MBA. Things like the hippocampus, the prefrontal cortex, the working memory, the long-term memory, etc. They work together to help the students retrieve information, to help the student to remember that information, to be able to say, yes, I remember that 6 times 6 is 36. These are things that normally happen in the education system and in the brain of the students. So thank you so very much for your time. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and to share this video. If you have any questions, drop them. I am committed to helping people improve their English language competency and to grow their educational neuroscience competencies. Thank you once again. I shall see you in the next video.